Hmm. Okay. So I have a question, and it's a very stupid one, but on this channel, I always ask stupid stuff. So, anyways, well, I'm gonna be asking stupid stuff. Anyways, do you ever just look at your wall and think to yourself, "I want to beat the absolute crap out of it"? Just, just blank. Just no hesitation, no thoughts at all. Just looking at the wall and going, "Yeah, I want to beat it up." But then you're like, "Oh, I'm not gonna do that because then I'm gonna have to pay for it to get fixed." Like every time I look at my wall, I think of just the anime JoJo, and I'm just like fucking looking at it like I straight up want to do the Ura on that thing. It's just random things that pop into my mind. I don't know why. It just does. I just do. I'm a weird person, and yeah. Another question is if you've watched JoJo, you know, and a certain season specifically, you would know there are stands. Maybe you haven't watched it, but you do know that there's stands in the anime. But anyways, if you could have any stand, like you have to know this part. If you could have any stand, which one would it be? That's a good one. Like for me, it's a tie between. I'm actually stuck on a bunch of them actually, because I would like to have the world, but then I'm like, no, I kind of want to have uh, Star Platinum. And I'm like, wait, I want to have Hermit Purple. That's what it was for a second. I was forgetting it. And then what else was there? There was Hermit Purple. Oh yeah, and I would either probably go with Magician's Red or maybe Iggy's Stand. Oh man, this is a spoiler, so I'm just warning you now. You might want to fast forward a little bit further into the video. But when Iggy died on me, I was like, oh no. I literally freaking bawled my eyes out to that. I was like, no, Iggy. Which is another thing. Like, I don't get it. Like, do they have something against dogs? Like, jeez, bro. Because all I've seen in the anime is like a dog either getting hurt or getting killed. I'm like, what the? Why? Why are you killing the most loyal thing, the most innocent creature? And I'm like, wow, okay. I even asked my friend this too, and he couldn't even tell me. He's like, dude, I don't know. Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out too. Alright, and you guys are coming with me because we have to go make a quick adventure. Here, let's go towards here, into a dark room. Into the darkness. I am the darkness. That's a Batman reference for those who don't know, even though people already do know. Alright, and now we back up. We slowly moonwalk. We're like Michael Jackson up in here. I know, whatever. And I'm not gonna tell you what I got because I like to keep mysteries. Just like this one guy on TikTok. He uses my audio a lot. I'm joking. I'm not gonna tell you who the TikToker is, because that will give away my identity or his identity. I'll edit that out. That'll give away the identity, and I don't want them to know. Actually, you guys don't even know which one I am. Not very many people follow me on TikTok, so like as if anybody follows me on which on YouTube or subscribe. Which is another thing. If you're new around here, please like and subscribe to the video. Let's see. Another question. I can't really think of any questions. But yeah. Let's see. Think. Let's see. Oh, here's a good one. If you have watched hentai, comment down below what your favorite one is. And I know it's kind of difficult because there's new hentais coming out every time, so it's like, oh, I like this one. Then you watch that one, and then you're like, oh, wow, I actually like this one better. And actually, here's a good one. If and you have, what anime made you feel the saddest? I mean, honestly, mine was very simple. My first ever anime that made me sad was the actual first ever anime I watched. That anime was called Darling in the Franxx. Oh my god, the ending. But yeah. After seeing that, oh, I was actually heartbroken. Like, I was sad. I couldn't believe it. I was like, are you serious? And then I found High School DxD, which crap, I'm joking. Actually, I am serious. I have watched High School DxD, but not under my own free will. It was dared to me by my friends. And I can't remember which friend group it was that dared me to watch the full entire High School DxD. Because I know it wasn't my buddy Aaron, and I know it wasn't my other two friends. Brandon and Clockwork. But yeah, I did not. I know it wasn't them. I'm trying to remember which friend group it was. Oh yeah, that reminds me. So I'm thinking that they're daring me to watch it. And by the way, this was before I even got into anime. Like this was like before Darling in the Franks actually no yeah, this is after Darling in the Franks got me heartbroken. And then they recommended it and I'm like, I don't feel like watching it. And I barely even knew about anime at the time. I just knew I knew Darling in the Franks. I thought that was a very good anime. Then then they told me High School DxD. I'm like, okay, what's it about? They're like, oh, it's about demons and they fight. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's pretty cool. Sounds pretty cool. That's exactly how they told me it. They told me that there was demons and they were fighting. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, might as well. First episode, I'm like, all right, it's going pretty well. There, I'm guessing this is the main character. And then all of a sudden, I've seen her, Reyes. I was like, oh, I know this, and I know this. I've seen a bunch of pictures around showing showing her off. I'm like, oh, okay. And then then I read the subtitles, and they said that it was time for her shower. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I'm probably gonna cut out. It's probably gonna get cut out. So I was like, okay, let's just continue watching. I know that this is gonna get cut out and everything. Then I seen her starting to strip. I'm like, oh, okay, man, alright, maybe we do get to see her strip, but I know the mysterious white fog is gonna be coming in, or maybe the scene gets like cut off, so like you see only up to here, none of this down here. But first episode, I'm like, okay, well, here we go. Literally zoomed right onto her chest. I'm like, all right, mysterious white fog, or maybe gonna get cut off. And like, I'm like, okay, one of those two. And mind you, I'm still with my parents. I'm with dad, my father, and my stepmom. And my sister was upstairs in her room. I was downstairs, and all of a sudden, once she took it off, I seen them, and I was like, "Oh my god!" My father is just down the hall, right in front of in the kitchen, and he looks at me. He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh shit!" I'm fucking stuttering. I'm trying to shut my phone off. And after that, he's like, "What's going on in there?" I'm like, "Nothing." I quickly exited out of that anime real fast. And then after that, what did I do? Oh, oh yeah. The next, I went to bed. I just straight up went to bed. And I know some of you in the comments are gonna be like, "Oh yeah, he totally fell asleep. Totally. He probably stayed up watching it and everything." I'm like, no, I actually went to bed. I went to bed, and as soon as I did that, I called up the friend group the next morning. I was like, bro, what the fuck are you guys having me watch? They're like, oh, I'm guessing you saw the first episode. I'm like, yeah, I did. They're like, oh, shit. Oh, okay. Well, all right. Thanks for coming. See ya.